Okay, there we go. I will be going back on mute here in just a couple of minutes, but yes, it's been a very difficult to read day. Storm boundary, cold front, outflow stuff has really made it rather difficult. But okay, I'll stay out here for a while anyway, and we'll see. We got that one storm that's out there to the east. I'm sorry, the west northwest of San Antonio, which did go severe, obviously for hail, but collected hail size has come down in that one. So the boundary's right along where I am here. I'm on Interstate 10 right now, basically between Schulenburg and Flantonia, Texas. I'm heading west right now. I'm in the colder air. Obviously, it's 63 degrees here, but that's a very shallow layer of cold air, cooler air. So the deal with some of these that may produce hail, they'll do it even though they're undercut by this possibly. So anyway, Saturday afternoon drive, huh? And I just decided I'd go ahead and turn this on just in case, have it ready to go and not use it. Might as well just go ahead and use it. I will note that I am not going all the way west of San Antonio. Not for this. So the big yellow lemon you see there is basically mesoscale discussion came out a half hour ago or so or something, and there's only about a 40% chance that it's going to be there's going to be a severe thunderstorm watch issued, and if it is, obviously the threats are only going to be pretty much large hail and damaging wind. So we'll see. I'm going to go back on mute while I do some other things. I'll leave it on radar. I'll switch to the front and side and rear, whatever cameras from time to time, but I'm going to be on mute for a little while still. So if you're bored and want to be bored with me, ride along and watch. Subscribe if you haven't. Please, please, I would appreciate it. Thank you. Alrighty. What we have, hold on. Hello. Is the audio okay? I think it's back. Okay, there we go. A little sluggish on the audio. Okay, so we do have a severe thunderstorm watch that has been issued. So I am going to remove that, and hold on, let me get you to radar. There we go. I've got this on outlines, county outlines. Let me turn that off. And let me see if I can get the okay, the watch box is not showing because it's a little slow to load. So I will leave that on until it comes on. For now, there is your severe thunderstorm watch. And if the outline populates on there, the actual box, it simply is going to be that same area. It's just not going to be detailed by county. This one details each county boundary, so on the perimeter. So when the box comes out, it won't look quite like this. It'll be straight lines, basically a rectangle or something, whatever, and it will be cutting through some counties, you know, dissecting them or whatever. But that brings you back to the old vocabulary of if you are in and close to the watch area. I think there's enough said there. Right now, the beefiest looking thing is still out there to the west of San Antonio. And once again, I'm not going to be heading out that far west. That is also right there. That's on the east side of that little low coming out of Mexico. And it's not moving real fast. So I'm just cruising along at a kind of a slow pace here, only doing about 66, 67 miles per hour. Even though the speed limit on here, this is Interstate 10, speed limit 75, but I don't need to go 75 because I'm not in a hurry to get anywhere in particular right now. Meteorologist Josh Johns, I think, is on board here. I'm not sure. If he's got his volume on, he just heard me say his name. We had a 50-minute conversation on the phone earlier as I was traveling. And we covered a lot of ground in that conversation. No, I am not going to do a recap. We covered a lot of ground in that conversation. I actually have play black. I've got playback running. Uh-oh, I see brake lights and all kind of cool stuff up here. That's not entirely good. I'm going to assume that we have an accident up ahead. I cannot see it. Thing is, which lane do I want to choose here? Which lane is going to be the through lane? Something's going on up here. I'm going to stay in the left lane. Okay, I didn't turn transit on my other. So okay, highway traffic. I needed traffic. Well, when I get pulled up here and going really slow, so I don't run up into the back of someone. Let me see if I can get traffic. Traffic. Okay. Yeah, what we have here. Yeah, now that I got traffic on, I should have done that before. Yeah, we got a stretch here that's going to be really slow for. Oh, how far is that going to be? A couple of miles. Yeah, I'm going to get nowhere fast here for a while. How are things in Canada? I do have chat open, by the way. Um, again, if you want to chat, you got to subscribe. Please do. So my average speed right now is 1 mile per hour. Great. Yeah, I hope that's not playing back too loud, that the microphone is picking up the playback. I have the volume pretty far down. And since I'm just sitting here creeping along, I can actually glance down at the chat now. Again, I want to mention that I don't always have chat open. But I do try to check it from time to time, and sometimes I just don't get caught up with it. Yeah, so we're doing real good. I got to watch this guy in front of me. He's got this luggage thing on his back bumper there, right? Okay, my cable's too tight. Okay, he's got this thing on his back bumper here. So be sure I don't run into that. Yeah. I still didn't change the orientation of that camera. That camera needs to drop down just a little bit. I really want it to show more sky than road behind me. I'd like to have about 85% sky showing on the rear shots, and just a little bit of the highway or traffic, but you can't see the traffic behind me. Some of it you can, but yeah, it's backed up. Uh, yeah, down here it's 62 degrees Fahrenheit where I am right now. I've crossed this little frontal outflow boundary a couple of times this afternoon, and there's a 20-degree plus temperature swing between us. I mean, I was in 82 just a little bit ago. Now I'm at 62. I think they're probably going to drop that severe thunderstorm warning on that cell west of San Antonio. It's not maintaining that hail size. The sad thing is, I'm just really barely into this slowdown of traffic. I probably should have went to Highway 90. No, Highway 90. Well, no, Highway 90's got a problem too. There must be an accident somewhere up here, which Highway 90 also runs east-west. And Highway 90's got some issues, it looks like. Now, it could be that this interstate is closed right there and traffic is diverted. I wonder if this. Now, I'm using something different. I bought a nice, good, high-powered iPad for my mapping stuff, and I got to get used to using that. The info says I-10 is closed until 9:30 p.m. Okay. The interstate is closed. I should have turned this on earlier so I would have known, I would have been able to see that there was a issue with traffic up here. Because I could have jumped over to Highway 90 maybe. No, I would have still come out the same way. I might could have found a workaround on it though. I don't know. So yeah, so we get to watch us get nowhere fast. It's one of them times that you're on an interstate and you wish that there was a crossover somewhere, but there is not. Uh, I'm gonna just come to the conclusion that because of I-10 being closed up there, we're backed up here because you got all this traffic trying to get down to one lane to take basically business 90 or 90 into the next little town. Oh boy. Well, I'm going to put it in park. Wouldn't it be great to be stuck in this with a damaging hail core moving in? Nah, I don't want that. While I'm sitting here, I just want to test one little thing. I want to see if this is going to display. Okay, there's not a. Okay, it's going to flash up there, but this is not a valid warning. I'm just testing. Yeah, it will flash up. Okay. Well, I'll tell you what. If there was a tornado barreling down on me, I probably would not be on. Uh, I would not have myself in this situation. You know, if I was in tornado warning, let's say for example, I think I would it would probably have entered my mind to be sure to check to make sure there's not a road closure or something, and I would have known that. So in the case like that, I probably would not be where I am right now. So sometimes it takes a little nudge for me to think about something, but right now there's no threats at all. Oh, we're going to get to move up a little bit here. Oh joy. Yeah, as far as the stuff last night, yesterday evening, whatever, up north in Oklahoma and whatnot, no, I just elected not to go up there. It's just too early in the year. I don't want to go up there just yet because I'm pretty sure I was going to end up being in northern Oklahoma, northeastern Oklahoma, and although I got a couple places I could stay there, I wanted to be back down here today anyway. But I just elected not to go off on that. Just like I elected not to do the Texas Panhandle stuff the previous day for several reasons. One of them being it's early March, okay, and I'm not going to travel 6.5, 7 hours or 8 hours just for one day of potential, and also the fact that most of that stuff was going to be nocturnal. No, thank you. There's going to be a lot of season ahead, so there's no need to jump out there on every single thing. In my mind, that's how I operate. Just because everybody else doesn't mean I will. I'm going to do my thing. I don't have to go out every time. Well, I moved 20 yards. And as you can see on my right, there's just OTR guys everywhere out here. truckers, yeah, we're moving again. Now I chose the left lane. I think that if I'm reading correctly here, I'm probably going to have to get in the right lane to exit with the interstate being closed. So as soon as I get that opportunity, I will. Now, oh, now he's going to go. The problem is the right lane is just 18-wheeler after 18-wheeler, and there's not a lot of space there to get in there unless one of them decides he's just going to sit back and put his air brakes on. He's going to sit there and wait. If it gave me a 30-yard opening there to slip over there, I probably would. So I'm going to try to maintain a little space between myself and this car in front of me. And give myself an easy way to turn into that lane once I get the opportunity. If I get it, I may not get the opportunity until I get to the actual spot where the road is closed. The other issue going, oh, you know what, I'm going to have to find a workaround because going into this small town, it's going to be a 2-lane highway and it's going into a traffic light. So that's why it's red on Highway 90 all the way back to I-10. Yeah. So once I get off, exit off 90, I might not have an option. As a matter of fact, I do not see an option. Wait, I might have it? No, I don't. That road doesn't connect. Darn. Okay. After I'm forced to take the exit, there is no road option to get out of that mess at all. I'll have to stay on it. The only place I could potentially get out of it would be to take County Road 429. I'm glad I got this mapping in here now. Yeah, when I get off and I get on 90, I'll look for County Road 429. Then I'll go to 430 to go west, go into town, work my way around all that stuff. Yeah, that's my plan. Okay, let me get my map back on my location so I don't miss anything. Obviously not good. I don't need to worry about anything until I actually can get off on Highway 90. Go car. Gosh, if this trucker off my right rear would lock it up there for a bit, I could sneak in there, but he's not going to. Let me see. Okay, we got a little bit of a new core that's developed on this one on the south flank, west of San Antonio. And if that hail size maintains, it may get a new severe thunderstorm warning on it, oriented just a little bit more south and east. So we'll see about that. Say hi to the trucker next to me. There he is. God, this is the longest stretch for the last 5 to 10 minutes that I've actually kept rolling. I'm going 1 mile per hour though. It's better than 0. I'd rather go 1 mile per hour steady than keep having to stop and start again. I just glanced at the last comment there. Steel horse. Hey, you know what? That applies to a lot of things these days. I mean, a lot of things. We live in a different world now with the way people are. Is that Zerga Transportation? Let's see. What is that? What do y'all think that says? Is that Zerga? It reminds me of Ocean's 11. Lyman Zerga was his character or whatever. Yeah. I got to keep this amusing in some form or fashion, so we'll just do truck names. Now, this trailer I'm about to come up on is from Oklahoma. The Explore Oklahoma, it says on the plate, of course. Lord knows I've explored all of Oklahoma over the last few decades. Oh my gosh, we're moving up to 10 miles per hour? I just don't know whether to change lanes or not change lanes. I'm not sure how they have this configured up here. I could change lanes, but I don't know if I should. If we have to exit this highway though, it probably is from the right lane. But I'm still a fair distance from that exit. Wish I could see up ahead what I need to do maybe, but my gosh, oh my gosh. I can see probably 3 miles ahead of me and it's still just, oh man. But I'm gonna change anyway. I'm gonna make I'm gonna make a logical assumption that the right lane is the lane that I need to be in to make that exit. And if everybody is doing things according to, well, kind of basically say doing it the way they should. I mean, everybody just take turns. You know, if you're in the left lane, once you get up there and you've got to change lanes, everybody just space out a little bit. Let one go from one lane, then the other one, then the other one, and everybody keeps going. So I can't show you truck names now because I don't have my left camera. I don't have my left camera in here. Well, it's in here, but I don't have it. I don't have it over there right now. So you get to look at, well, let's look at radar for a second. How about that? Let's look at radar. Somewhat yawn at the moment. Got some rain coming up here. Might get some, yeah, let's see. Oh, that hail marker came up a little bit on that little area behind me. Yeah, I need to change that camera angle down about 3 degrees. I'll do that tomorrow. I'll remind myself, do that tomorrow. Central Coast Transport, Santa Maria, California. Isn't this great? Oh, what I wouldn't give to have a county road that goes to the right off of the interstate here, but you don't find that very often. Surely ain't gonna find it here. Oh, somebody stopped here. Where are they stopped? I got a feeling they might have a young child that needed to potty right here. Yeah, so they pull off. They got two doors open, so it could be an adult. I mean, you got to go. You got to go. You got to do it by any means possible, right? Well, there's a kid kind of popped out there for a second. Okay, I got the general idea. I don't think I'm gonna tell you about it, but yeah, somebody had to potty. It wasn't a child. It was a female, adult female. So, and see how decent I am. I could have switched the right camera over there, and I didn't. It's the driver actually that had to go, so she had to go to the passenger side over there, open both doors up, and then basically she used the oh, what do you call the bottom of your floorboard by your door? Whatever. Anyway, she used that as the seat. Hey, you do what you got to do. Oh, and now she's going to drive down the shoulder. That's not real cool. She should have just stayed where she was and asked for someone to let her back in. Or maybe I'm missing something. Maybe having to use the bathroom on the side of an interstate gives you special privilege. I don't know. Stopped at a store earlier. Every time I get the opportunity to stop there, it's a bakery. It's called Weichels Bakery, and I will stop there. They make some outstanding oatmeal cookies. So I bought me some oatmeal cookies. And even though I wasn't hungry, as soon as I got back in the truck, I tore into one of them. And I got to discipline myself not to reach behind the seat and grab more. There's another place that you probably wouldn't want to be low on fuel. I just kind of glanced down at that. And that's on this interstate, actually. You wouldn't want to be low on fuel going out way out there and way out west. I mean, as you're going towards El Paso, way out there, yeah. Unless things have changed. I haven't been out there in quite some time, but I remember one time the gas gauge was on empty, and I said, please let me find a gas station. Finally, I found one, and I guarantee I was running on fumes because the gauge was below empty. Might have had a gallon reserve, and I was into that gallon. You know, it could potentially take me 15 more minutes just to get to the danged exit, and then I got to deal with the same thing once I get to the exit. But I still think I'm going to make that attempt. I'm going to take that county road when I get there, because that's going to cut off about 40% of the stop and go on that 2-lane highway. What did I say earlier? That was County Road 430, no, 429, and then I turn left on 430. And that will take me into town, and I can go through the town and around, and I can avoid all that. Ah, we've gone to a 2-inch. We've gone to a 2-inch marker on this. Okay. This one right here. Yeah, we've gone to 2. Let me get that centered. We've gone to 2. Let's look at it this way. Yeah. Yep. See, I told you there was a new core developing on that to the south, and as you can see, the current severe warning, it's really on the south side of that warning, south line. So I think a new one would be issued, and it's going to shift south and east a little more when they issue the next one. And there's probably going to be one issued. Maybe just not yet, maybe within 5 minutes. Let me do this and show you how it evolved. So you can see how it actually got a better core. We'll leave it on that. Let's see, let's just check. Nothing there. Nothing spinny wise, of course not expected anyway, so. Okay, and that thing's starting to, looks like it's starting to bank a little bit more east. I'm gonna ride right on top of that boundary, right behind that boundary. It's gonna follow that probably. All right, so that's here. Right side, I'm all the way over here. See, I'm not worried about this one unless it continues to come east, but it still would be, even from getting on the same longitude as San Antonio, it's still 1 hour away. But there's this other development down here. I want to keep an eye on that. It's interesting that the watch box never did come up. I don't know why. Huh, what are you doing? Look at this guy. He's come in from my right side on the shoulder, thinks he's going to make progress. Okay? Now, keep that in mind. He's on the shoulder. He thinks he's going to make better progress. Now, well, let me switch to the front, because look what else is on the shoulder over here. There's a trucker pulled off. You're not going to get anywhere, buddy. Now you're going to try to get back in the lane. That's fine. Okay. Okay, we just got the new super thunderstorm warning. Pretty much just the way I said it would be. Here we go, radar, boom. And you will see the new warning populate right there. A little bit more south and east, right? This ain't Bob's first rodeo. I do want to get out of this stuff because of the other stuff that's starting to kind of fire right here to my west and southwest. I've got stuff to my south starting to go too, so I definitely want to get out of this. Yeah, I just saw that. I didn't realize that you were over in Pflugerville. Yeah, it's an interesting thing. I texted, if you live in Pflugerville, you know who Chicago is at CBS there in Austin. And I texted her because I stopped in Lexington earlier and I stopped at Snow's Barbecue and had me a sandwich and they got good pinto beans there too. But I texted her and I said, hey, I'm eating at Snow's. And she said, say hi to Tootsie for me. I guess it's the owner. So I found Tootsie and I told her, I said, hey, Chicago Windler told me to tell you hello. And so we got into a big conversation. She said, Chicago, she's a regular here. So I texted Chicago back. We took a picture together. I sent it to Chicago. And I said, well, let me know next time you come over here to eat. And I said, I'll come over. I said, it's only, 25 minutes from my house, 30 minutes. Let's see. It's coming right for me. Where are you? Let me know where you are in the comment. No, there goes another one flying down the shoulder. Golly. Oh, there's some more coming. There's two more coming. You're going to see them on camera here in just a second. There's three of them. There's another one. There's all kind of people coming down the shoulder just flying by everybody. I don't understand this. And this next guy in this black car coming on camera right now, or gray car, he exited from the fast lane right through the slow lane to the shoulder. Now, God, look at the number of people doing that. What were they doing? Oh, and of course we got a guess what kind of car. There you go. I don't understand the concept behind all that. Impatient people. Here comes another one. Well, if the Department of Public Safety was out here, they could be writing all kind of tickets for people passing on shoulders. Just south of Bernie, okay. Yes, it is coming. Well, actually, it's going to go. It's going to probably, the bulk of that's probably going to stay a little bit to your south. You're going to still get it, but I don't know. Just to see where that hail core actually crosses I-10 out there. Oh yeah, all it takes is one to do it, and the sheep follow. Guess what? I'm not a sheep, and there's a 200 or 300 other drivers out here right now who are also not sheep. Now I wonder how many of those people that were flying down the shoulder are going to end up having low tire pressure or something. Knock on wood that I don't get something here, but driving way off on the shoulder, because there's a boatload of debris on the shoulder of these interstates. I mean, I'm looking right now and there's just tire pieces and all kind of stuff there, pieces of old tires and whatnot, and that's where you're going to pick up something in your tire. Now I wonder how they did, because we got a guardrail here, so they might have had a tight squeeze getting through here with this guardrail, but they must have done it because I haven't run up on anyone else. How close am I getting? It's the one thing that I do not like about the map I'm using is it doesn't tell me, it doesn't have a distance scale for me to just maybe take a glance. Oh yeah, it will if I do that. I'm gonna say I might be 1 mile. I had to convert feet. So 1,000 foot scale, about 5,000. Yeah, I'm probably about 1 mile from that exit. It looks like I'm gonna, if the mapping is correctly, I'm gonna get to pick up just a little bit of speed here for a short stretch. Probably not. That's also an extended cone that they put out on that severe warning too, and makes me tend to potentially think that this is moving a little faster. That's got to be right on that southern side of that low that came out of Mexico. That's what's pushing that along. And then we've got this other stuff that's east of San Antonio, just like a convergence coming together right through that whole zone there. So I'll see if any of those can get any strength to them. Temperature 62 degrees, so yeah, definitely still in the cool side of this. So I'm not going to go into the warm sector again unless it's warranted. And that's just probably a few miles to my south. Actually, I've got now a 1-inch hail marker on this cell right to my west northwest. That could go severe. That may be the one that I play on. I don't know. Even though it's in the cooler air, it's okay. It's just going to be a hail day, really, and maybe a wind day. So I could take that county road, cut it back over, go through town, and I got that highway that goes right up there to Cistern. Yeah, I got that highway, and I already got that highway. Okay. That would be from right there in town. I could go around, take the county road. I can go around and get that. Okay, because this, let me look at this track. That's going to go 1 hour, over 1 hour. 1 hour, 20 minutes potentially would go just to the west side of Bastrop. So I got to find out where is Cistern on here? Oh, great, my radar map is not going to show me where Cistern is. No. All right, well, I'll have to figure this one out for myself. So I end up at Cistern, and that comes out, okay, it comes out to the other side of Bastrop. I would have to go all the way to 394? It's kind of a tough call. The road network here. So let me show you this one real quick. This is the one that's practically in front of me here, or back to my northwest a little bit. Let's have a look at that one. Yeah, see how that's built up? Boom. And let's just check for the heck of it. Nothing going to be there. Yeah, nothing there. All right, the cell out there basically headed towards Bernie. It really looks like it's gonna stay. I don't know. It's got a different shape on it now. Well, be ready for it anyway. I mean, the hail size has come back down. It's not 2 anymore. Whoa, here goes another one flying down the shoulder on the bridge. Great, real smart. Human race kills me sometimes. You know, they may be getting out down there and they may be getting on down the road quicker than the rest of us, but you know what? I'm just not going to do that. I'm not going to be a jerk and do that. As far as I'm concerned, anybody that's doing that is a jerk. Okay, why did I lose one of my AT&T connections on my bonding? No, I don't see any rotation. No, not with this. Let's see. I got to figure out why I don't have. I got to figure out why I don't have my number 3 connection going right now. Let's see if we can get it back online. Again, I don't have my Verizon stuff actually turned on yet. I'll probably wait till the end of March before I do so. Okay, Wi-Fi 3. Okay, why are we not showing up? Okay, for whatever reason, my third Wi-Fi is not even online. That's a problem I've had with my other number 2. So let me just get that port going again and see if it'll come to life. Wi-Fi 3. Okay, well, we're back on. Back on with all 3. I think I don't know what exactly is causing this. It's something to do with the communications in that hub back there. And the same thing had happened with Wi-Fi 2. Well, while I'm sitting still, where's this rotation you're seeing? I'm not seeing any. Man, I'm getting there. I'm almost there. I'm gonna say I'm 600 or 700 feet away from the exit. I'll look again. And as far as being near Austin, it'd have to be this cell. I'm looking at everything. I do not see any rotation. No. No. wondering if we're going to get that severe warning on this one here. If we do, I may just go to that. I'm not going to worry about waiting on this stuff coming out closer to the low out there west of San Antonio, because eventually that will move across this area anyway. I just need to get myself out of this pickle I'm in right here. Wait a minute, not far? No, yeah, I'm still about a mile away from that intersection. At least I have nothing there. Well, I looked back too. I looked back on 20 scans. I didn't see anything. The only thing that the cell headed going through Lockhart right now has on it is a significant weather advisory. But if that hail size maintains, we'll probably get a warning out of that. If it maintains. And not to mention the fact that, I mean, I also got to remember that if you got hail, you pretty much have some rotation in there somewhere. But as far as anything creating a tornado out here today, not likely at all, especially behind the boundary. Y'all enjoying just watching this Central Coast Transport Incorporated truck in front of me this whole time? Let's go look at radar. Let's do something different. There's a little wider picture. Isn't that a great view out my right side? Oh, I need to turn this on. Okay, I've got to do a little project here right quick. For some reason, my rear camera decided to freeze up. Well, that storm's going to get away from me if I don't get out of this stuff. All right. I think I'm still going to try to do that county road. Problem is, once I even make this exit, I've still got same kind of traffic until I get to the county road, probably for two miles. Note to self, be sure you always check the highway situation, the traffic situation. Make sure there's not some road that could even be just a cow pasture road to help me out here, but there's absolutely nothing. Nothing, nothing, nothing. But if I can get to that county road turnoff 429, at least I could save myself probably half a mile of this, if not more. And eventually you reach that point like, let's get out of this. I'm done with it. I hit this in, where was it? Tennessee one time. Didn't realize it went on for 30 miles. And you talk about aggravating. That's not even a good description of it. Well, I don't know. I may not even be able to get that other one. Cistern to Smithville. If that one went severe, maybe I could get a visual on it, but I'm not going to be able to do real well with this. The core is still going to be about 1 hour from Bastrop, Texas. Still maintaining that hail size. Well, I'm going to look at the roads again, look at the highway option. If I go up that way, there is a... Ew. Yeah, that might not be a good option either. There's only one west road out of there. Okay, so I know that I'm probably going to have to take that highway. Because if I take that highway, that runs me into the same problem. They got quiet in chat, looks like. Everybody left. My only option is to catch this, what I was saying. I got to catch the 429. I got to get over to 430, take the outskirts of the city, the residential road, and get back over to the North Highway. I'm not going to be able to get over there to go up towards Bastrop on the highway that's farther to my west. So I'm only going to be able to do this. And if I could beat it up to Smithville, then I could go towards it from Smithville. There'll come a time that I may switch. No, I don't need to switch. No, I got a good read on that. Oh, gosh. At least I don't have anything coming up from my southwest that could hammer me. Oh, you're still there? Okay. Okay. It doesn't have anything to do with that I had a barbecue earlier, huh? No, you can kind of see the darker skies over out the right side there. That's kind of looking up towards that, but not really. Let me do this. I'm going to catch the mirror, but yeah, I can't do too much there. So just leave it right there. I wonder how those people that flew by me on the shoulder made out. Curve in the highway up ahead, and it's just beyond that curve is where the exit would be. Hey Colin, what's happening? KU5BCJ is my bud Colin. We've been operating radio contest stuff for years, and he just on. He's my moderator. So yeah, I'm just trying to get out of this mess that I'm in right now, and it's still going to be a while. The hail size has come down. It's come down. Actually, everything's come down. Well, right now, from what I'm seeing, is, oh, this threw me for a loop. This guy right here. I thought, what is this guy doing going the wrong way? I just looked up and thought, what is he doing? It's somebody in tow. So, okay, yes. Dang. Well, I don't think your wife would have anything to worry about other than some torrential rain coming in there and driving in it because the hail size has come down. Okay, looks like everybody's moving a little bit better all of a sudden, even up to a mile ahead of me here. But I still don't know how we are exiting here. I can't see that far ahead to know what's going on. All I know is my map shows red. Why all of a sudden are we moving somewhat steady? I'm not complaining, don't get me wrong. I'm glad we're moving. I just hit 20 miles per hour. That's a first in a long time. Looks like the status has changed somewhat on the interstate. Okay. Yeah, we're getting into the green now. So it makes me wonder if I want to take this exit or not. I'm going to go ahead and take it just in case this cell northwest of me does go severe. Because everything coming closer to that low back to my west is inevitably going to cross this region anyway, and I can easily get to that. So, all right, we are moving again. Is this my? I'm gonna take this exit. I gotta keep going, yeah. Okay, where is this highway going? Where does this thing go? I can see it up ahead. But I still have to go down this highway. And I'm gonna look for that county road exit, because that's going to save me a little bit of time. Actually, Google was not wrong. It's like it all of a sudden opened up. It was wrong a little bit past the past this 90 exit, but for the most part, it's correct, because the highway I'm on now, yeah, I'm coming into another. Obviously, you can see that I'm coming into another holdup of traffic, but I've got a county road up here that I'm going to take, that I'm going to avoid some of this. I'm going to cut it back by 40% anyway of what I have to deal with. Now, what's this guy? Think he's driving a race car up here ahead of me or something? He's weaving back and forth. You see that? I don't know if you can see that. See if he still does it anymore. Yeah. Nope. He's going to quit doing it. He's going to quit being an idiot. Probably because he had to hit his brakes. Yeah, the guy in the gray car, the second one up, yeah, he was going side to side like he's trying to keep his tires warm for like he's running a race car. All right, how far am I away from my county road? Be my luck, the county road is closed for some reason. Like a bridge out or some nonsense. We'll see. Getting close. Getting close to my turnoff. I haven't seen anybody else trying to take that turnoff, so maybe they're not wise to that. But they're not going the way that I'm going to go. Actually, if they took that, they could avoid a lot of the stuff going through town too. I see somebody took a right turn up there. Somebody else took a right turn. And there goes another one taking a right turn. Okay. And another one. So some other people apparently have figured this out too. But that's okay, because my guess is that they're still trying to go west. And I currently am not going to be trying to go west. I'm going to take this county road over there, and then I'm going to go back west again, not catch the city streets. I got a feeling that that's the fifth thunderstorm warning over there around Bernie is probably going away. I can see the sign for County Road 429. That'd have been okay if I was heading on down 10. But that was weird, the fact that it said it was closed and now it's open. But maybe it just opened up. It could be because it just said highway was closed at 9:30 or something. I don't remember what I saw earlier. Well, the fact is, things are what they are. I'm where I am. I'm doing what I'm doing, and that's all there is to it. So it's going to get probably noisy. I think this is a dirt road that I'm going to take here, so there's going to be some vibration and audio disruption and stuff like that. So I'll try to keep my mouth shut and not say anything, because it'll be hard to understand what I'm saying as I hit this bumpy road. All right, turn to the right, now turn to the left. Yes, the severe thunderstorm warning for the Bernie area has expired, will not be reissued. That hail size has definitely come down. Supposed to happen. Okay, now I'm getting to my city streets here. Alright, so I will want to go probably right here, right, and then left again real quick. Yep. That's the plan. Definitely not the greatest road to go down here. get a new cable for this one thing here. I think it's seen its best days. I remember when I got this cable, I was in is it Wellington, Oklahoma. Okay, where am I at? One more block. Is he still trying to back build a little bit? Might be. Alright, this is Avenue E. I guess this is the one I'm going to take. Now, I've got an option. Could I take 1296? This would be 1296. I want to pull off and see if that's what I want to do right quick. So 1296 takes me up there. That main highway that goes up to Bastrop. That would be 95, maybe? Is that 95? No, it's 394 or something. Okay. I'll take this. Oh, it went back up to a 1-inch L marker. I'm gonna take this one. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do this. It will tie me back into 394. Yeah, I'm seeing some lightning out of that over here. Get it back and get it stable again. Oh gosh, bumpy road, bumpy road. this left view go in here. Gosh, that's bumpy. Left view is going to work real quick here. Yep. Hiccup, yes, I'm going to turn that off. You may come over to the YouTube channel because I don't need to have this other one going apparently. So that's going to switch off now. Join me on YouTube. It's already 5:18. It's going to be getting dark here in a while. All right, passing into Caldwell County from the south now. Just about to my west option, which will get me to my northeast option, which will take me right up behind this thing, right into it. Junction of 713. 5 miles to my north highway. I'll be there in 5 minutes. Saw that. That looked like a piece of metal. Wasn't very big, but something looked like it was sticking up. Don't want to run over that. Don't be fooled by that little hook looking on thing on the end of that, because it's not, as I say many times, if you got a hook on it, doesn't mean anything. Sometimes it does. In this case, it does not mean anything. We'll get a better view here once I get this next highway. Should be only be maybe a mile from it. It's got a nice core back there in it now. That is, let's see, it's going to go south. Looks like it's going to stay to the south of Bastrop. So I'm basically going to be coming in right on the southeast side of this. The only severe storms right now are in Louisiana and Mississippi. If this one holds together, it may be the next one. So I may have been a little bit wrong on my estimate being 1 mile, more like 1.5 miles. And here is 304. Bringing in some view here shortly. Well, even if it's warm and you got a hook, it's not necessarily meaning that there's a tornado or anything. You got to look at velocity. If velocity doesn't back up that hook, then you've got nothing. border is right back over there. Now we're entering Bastrop County from the south side. Wasn't that noisy? Yeah, some CG over there, yep. Let's see, Core headed to Hills Prairie possibly? Yeah, Hills Prairie. Bad thing is mapping doesn't show me Hills Prairie. I hate it when my radar screen doesn't show me the same town as my mapping. So I have to determine where Hills Prairie is in relation to the highway itself. Okay, so the highway jogs right, goes straight north, and then jogs back to the northwest. Hills Prairie is right there at that northwest jog. So Hills Prairie would be right there. Now, there's a name on my other map. Oh, I see it, Clearview. I wonder if Clearview has got that name because there's such a clear view. It may be very well possible. If that's the case, then I have a pretty good eyeball on this thing if I can do that. I don't know if I'll punch into this or not, but we'll see. It's not going to have kind of hail that would break windshields and everything, so maybe, we'll see. Just got to get up here. It's not the left view here right now, actually, but I got too many trees beside me to be able to see much. I don't know if I get an opening or not. Nice core has dropped. This thing may die. be into play if I move this, but I'll bring this over a little bit. If you're watching, please hit the subscribe button and the like and all that good stuff. You know the drill. I would appreciate it. Trying to build this here, especially as we get more deeper into spring, which technically it's not spring yet. Meteorological spring, yes, but not officially, no. But for me, it's spring. I think after next Wednesday or so, we're going to be tamed for a while. So anyway, yeah, please do that. There's going to be some things happening over the next few days, maybe, perhaps. I'm not going to go into that right now. Still need to go all the way up there. This is Rosansky. Okay, I guess this is Rosansky. Yeah, Rosansky, basically. Okay, no one pull out in front of me, please. Thank you. Just saw some other chaser heading out there. Heading down that west road. That might not have been a bad idea to do that, but by doing that, you're going to come in too far behind. I'm going to get on up here. Yep, we got trees. We have to deal with the trees right now. I'm going to leave it on that left-facing camera. What she's looking like right now. We're going to do severe thunderstorm warning. It should be for this one. Maybe. Well, I hadn't been looking at the bigger picture. Let me see what we got here. No. We've got stuff down around I-37 south of San Antonio that's starting to get its act together as well. So this is going to go on into the night. There's going to be some lightning to see. I know some people just like to watch lightning. Big picture real quick, well, a bigger picture. Way down here in the bottom left-hand corner of the screen, you can see the other storm that has now gone severe. This one still might. But it's not looking, it's trying to build a new core in there, but it's not looking extremely healthy right now on radar. So I guess we'll just wait and see, right? So I'm not too far away now from the location that I was trying to get to. And I'm starting to get a little bit of precip here because I'm getting into that eastern fringe. Hail core is right off to my west. This is kind of pretty to look at, I guess. Alright, road's going to take a 45 turn back to the northwest, and I'm going to see if I'm going to just stop up here somewhere. Come on, let's go severe with it, just so I can say that I did target the storm that went severe. Wouldn't be a total loss of the day. Alright. Almost to the turn. Check this road out to the right. Okay, that goes to Smithville. That goes to Upton. I'm going to take this for now. We've got room over here to pull off. But I got a horrible view, it looks like. Let's go to rear. Get myself turned around here. No traffic around. Yeah, we're good. No traffic. For a minute. Oop, that's not supposed to happen. I do need to order a mount for this iPad, because I'm using something makeshift right now. It's not the greatest thing in the world. No, that's just raindrops. There's no hail here where I'm at. Definitely pretty cool out here, though. Macy, if you're looking for hailers, yeah, if this one holds together, I mean, it would be up over into Bergson County in over an hour. It's going to be after dark. Got a new one coming out of the north side of San Antonio too that I have to kind of watch as well. Here's my debate right now. Okay, see where I am? Right here. A little bit of a core on that again. I'd basically drive right in to see what hail size it's got. I don't think it's going to be anything really big. Let me stop for a second. I want to check something here. In frame. Yeah, 1 inch max. Yeah, let's just do it. Oh, I wanted to look at where that highway goes because it's not showing me. It goes to the oh, it loops back over and goes to Smithville, Upton, then Smithville. That is not the way to go right now. I just have to go to the west side of it. This highway is going to take me right into it, right over there at Clearview. It might get just a little bit noisy, but let me tell you, there went the iPad again. I've got to get that mount ordered. They give me a chance. I just bought this thing, you know, so I only bought it for the mapping purposes, but nevertheless, I gotta get myself back on where I was. Here I am. I've been under 1 inch hail markers before, and there wasn't any hail. Well, this is all into cooler air. The boundary south because it's outflow boundary plus the front kind of pseudo messy crap. So I'm into cold air here. 61 degrees actually, and that's all you're going to see is hailers. Of course, that's all I really was expecting today anyway, even in the warm sector. And I crossed that boundary several times, and it wasn't a sharp boundary, but you know, the temperature swing was 20 to 25 degrees across that. That boundary is way south of me. But you gotta remember it's a very shallow, cold air. Because yes, these up here, they're being undercut to some degree, but they're still, it's not enough to just kill them from being hail producers. I'm soon to find out if we're going to have any hail. Fat drops. All right, fat drops. Let's see if that indicates I'm close. If there's going to be any hail, it may only be fat drops and no hail. So this is why they call this Clearview. Okay. What? Oh, might have been one little hailstone hit me. Yep, there's some hail. There's a little bit of hail, but it's not much. Okay, see it on the hood. It's not very big, actually. Maybe a dime at best. The bigger core is just to my south. And it's about to clear the highway. Okay, let me get on chat here, put this in. Clear view, not close enough. Really? I'm logged out of it. I'm not even going to mess with it. I'm going to do it another way. I'm just going to report this as pea size. It was a little bit bigger, but not by much. Okay. That was that. And the hail size come down too on the late scans as well, so Yeah, there was hail in it. Okay, so I'm going to sit here and I'm going to figure out what I want to do next. Time 5:56, it's almost 6 p.m. here. Nothing severe. Cold side, I just want to see where the boundary is. Let's see, how far has this thing pushed? Oh, yeah, it has pushed all the way well south of I-10. Looks like it's running somewhere between Carn City and Beeville, south of Carrero, north of Victoria a little bit. North of El Campo, but south of Columbus, so it's basically getting down into the coastal plain. It's still 80 degrees down in those locations. Yep. Okay. So I'm only seeing one significant advisory, well, two. This one still has a significant advisory on it, but it's really not looking healthy anymore. It's out ahead of that low too. It's the stuff that's moving east of San Antonio now, or east of I-10, I-37. I want to watch that because it's going right along with that low. Yep. All right. Now this one's going to pass to the west of Giddings. It's going to truck right up Highway 21. I could basically get right up. Highway 21 is just up to my north a little bit. I could actually jump up there and just follow this one, but I don't know if I want to or not. We'll do maybe some lightning after dark, huh? How about that? Lightning after dark. But I would want that from the stuff with the low moving across. Yep, let's move on. I'm I'll just follow this one for a bit, make my way up into, I'm gonna be west of Bastrop here when I get to the highway 21. Let's follow this Bastrop. Yep, I was not going to Oklahoma yesterday. I never had any intention of going to Oklahoma yesterday for several reasons, and glad I didn't really, because guess what? I would have been 10 hours from home, 8 hours from home, whatever. I'm waiting on traffic right now. That's a terrible shot right there. rear looking, yeah. Status quo. Oh, we got another. I'm almost tempted to reach back there and get another one of those oatmeal cookies. Is this thing trying to build a new core? Looks like it might be. Maybe it'll intensify a little bit. I don't eat corn nuts, Colin. You know that. We all know who eats corn nuts. Crunch, crunch, crunch. Oh my gosh. That's an inside joke, folks. Only KU5BCJ, Cubby, Cubbix. That's the. We're the only ones that are going to know what that means. I'm not going to elaborate on that. it's a feeder road. You don't have to go 80. Jeez. Have I said before that the public just really, people are really starting to, I don't understand the way of thinking. Now, this one's looking pretty darn sloppy. I want to be in the right lane so that I can be in the right lane when I make my right turn on the next intersection. Yeah, it's a shame the gas prices have gone through the roof. Totally unnecessary with all the stuff we have here in this state. We don't need, golly, don't get me started on that. Okay, let me look at the bigger picture here a little bit. There's absolutely nothing eye-catching. It's going to quit raining. It's going to quit again. I know one thing, this is welcome rain for sure. Ah, the entrance to Buc-ee's over here is under construction. You can't even get in there this way now. Wow. Okay. Picture again. Uninteresting. I wish that rear camera full of rain droplets. No, it's not bad. don't even need a significant advisory on this one anymore. Heard that heavy rain right there. I just punched through that little tail end right here. This thing has picked up speed too. quiet on here. I can't look down at everything, but it sure has gotten quiet. It's fading away. not going to start digging into next week, Tuesday, perhaps Wednesday, until Monday. Yeah. The bad thing about, see, I got the raindroplet stuff going on here with the camera that direction. There's not much I can do about that, though. Head back and call it a day because this is not looking real good. Something could flare up a little more with the stuff east of San Antonio along that low, but I'm not overly confident in that. And it would just be Hailard, of course, too. A little bit of development down there at Victoria as well. The boundary's sitting right through there. To the north of Victoria, stuff coming over that, so I don't know. Got about probably 30 minutes before I could actually be home. It'd be nice if we could maybe at least get a decent lightning show or something out of the stuff, but it ain't looking real good right now. Yeah, better stuff will come later for sure. It's early. I mean, it's still, what is today's date? I don't even know what the date is. Yeah, we're just finishing up the first week of March today. So, God, it is really early. Got a glance of that. I think it did exactly what it should have done. It may have been just a little bit fast. And the question was, would it pull up stationary somewhere in the coastal plain? And I mean, it's actually entering the coastal plain now, but it looks like it's really slowed down, so it might be about to pull up stationary. The main thing here moving forward is that this washes out and we get the moisture return and we get everything to build back up for the Tuesday, Wednesday next week time frame. And then after that, I think we're done for a bit. That'll be fine. Well, I try. I do want to make one thing clear. 99% of the time, I'm solo out here. I've got up to 4 computer screens, switching and switchers, scene switchers, and all this other stuff to deal with. And typically, I don't look at the chat. I don't even open it up because I need to keep my focus on the road and the people around me foremost. And and then everything else. So I don't always get to see it. I don't mind talking to people, anything like that, but understand that I got to put safety first a lot of times and stay focused on other things. As I continue to build this up, again, please subscribe if you haven't. But as I continue to build this up, I want to maybe bring in someone else that can also be a moderator or stuff. One of the people here is, you might have saw him there, is KU5BCJ. He knows how to answer a lot of questions on this stuff. Trust me. He ain't no dummy. I've fired him a few times over the years for other things, but he ain't no dummy. And we'll see what happens futuristically also, as well as you know, because I mentioned earlier I got some things on the stove, so to speak. So there may be some changes coming. It won't change what I do, but it will change some other things, probably for the better. One of those conversations will come tomorrow or Monday, probably more likely Monday. Yeah, my little cell now it has diminished to what I want to refer to as a popcorn fart. We got a 1-inch marker back down there towards Seguin. Stuff coming right along with that low that slipped up here out of Mexico. That is going to track up in this direction. Let's just have a look at what else is going on back that way. And that marker is what's the elevation? 750 feet. Okay, 750 feet is saying a 1-inch hail marker. Okay, so maybe there's still a little bit of bite in some of this stuff that's going to come with that low. We'll see. It's still a ways away from here. Just keep an eye on it. I don't know that I'll stay out here for what's still to possibly come, but I might. But it's going to be a while before it gets here. I mean, it's 6:34 p.m. Central Time right now. That could be. I mean, if I stopped now, yeah, if I stopped now and just waited a while, but I don't know what I'm going to do for sure. That cell is probably over 2 hours away from here, from where I am right now. Sometimes I go on mute, but usually I just do that in a case where I've got a phone call that needs to be, private or something like that. But I try to, but you know, after a while, you know, when there's nothing going on, sometimes you just kind of run out of something to talk about, and I might go off the wall on something that absolutely means nothing to anyone else but me. I was kind of hoping I was going to get. I had some stuff on the tentatively on the agenda of potentially working on some more TV series stuff, but I haven't gotten anything back on other than being asked if I was free and available to work, and I just said yes, I'm available for these dates right now. So currently, so I, yeah, I just haven't gotten. That's several of those over the last couple of weeks actually, and well, I say several, maybe two or three, but you know, I just haven't gotten anything booked yet. So, and that's okay too. That's just more travel, of course. Is it worth it? Oh, of course it is. But I'll just sit back and wait and see. Yeah, let me show you what this thing has turned into. The one that I was watching. It's kind of on its last legs. It's telling me, "See you later." I kind of expected that though. And the big picture, I'm still watching this around here. That low is probably coming across. It's coming across San Antonio right now, kicking these things up on that leading flank, right flank. This one right here is the one that I was saying I was going to keep an eye on. Looks like it's built a little bit better dual core actually. So we'll see what happens with that. And that one inevitably would be tracking up this way, but it is a long way off. Most certainly be dark by the time it got up into this area. So I may stop. There's a place up ahead that, let's see, I don't remember what they have. I may just stop for a little bit at this store coming up in a few miles and just kind of think about what I want to do, just see how this stuff trends. But I'd say the chances I stay out any longer, probably less than 50%. That guy looked like he was in the wrong lane. Maybe it's just an illusion. Yeah, that thing is a long way off. Probably not gonna mess with it. I think I might have to replace one of my access points because it was starting to get flaky yesterday, a couple days ago, and it did it today again, so I just removed it out of the equation. When I turn Verizon on, I'm going to need it for my fourth connection. And I don't want to be having to battle something flaky all the time when I'm out here, so I might have to just, the one I've got in there now, it actually tried to act up a little while ago too, a couple hours ago. I got a different one in there that's it's dual band, but it acted silly now. So I also wonder if it's not something to do with the USB configuration or something like that. Or maybe I should take it off of this the hub and put it on a different port. See if that resolves the issue. If it doesn't resolve the issue, I may get the same. Yeah, I may get the same same as the second one I have in there right now. It's a better unit, better device. And then when I do the Verizon, probably not until the end of March, I get the Verizon data going again too. I will have I can actually put that on 5.8 gigahertz and not use 2.4. So I think my connection, I've got one device that connects to the Starlink wirelessly, but the primary computer is Ethernet into the Starlink. Everything else is wireless at this point in time. So if I continue to do it that way, I would need 3 wireless, and then of course the Ethernet is not going to change. It's going to always be there. And then one of the devices has to go through the just thinking what I'm going to do here. One of the devices has to go through the Starlink Wi-Fi so that it makes it to this primary computer that is running the streaming software and everything like that, because it is a wireless remote camera. And it must be on the same network, or it will not work. And speaking of which, just switching over to that thing has been, ever since I put it online today, it has not failed me. Usually I have a couple of drops of the connection on that, but it has not failed me today. Just want to pull off here for a bit. I'm going to run in and probably use the restroom or something, and nothing else is going to happen here. So I'll be back momentarily. First thing I have to do is this. I have to take this off. Now if you want, I'll show you the interior right now is the way I've got things kind of set up in here right now. Let me switch this over to remote. See if that's going to work. All right, so there you go. So see, I got all this stuff going on, right? Ooh, that is bright on here, but see, there's my mapping. All right. So there you have it. I don't think I can get you a whole picture now. Anyway, and here's me. I'm right here. All right. Thing's still carrying a 1-inch hail marker in it. But I think, let me look at that thing. I think it's starting to shrink down. I think we're done. Stuff to the south has shrunk down. It's almost non-existent now, south of that one. So I don't think there's no energy left here for this stuff. Just a little lift from that low, pretty much it. So yeah, let me step out. I'll be back, and probably more than likely just go ahead and continue the trek home. And I'm only about maybe 25-30 minutes from being there, so I'll be back. Guess what? I'm back. Big joy, big thrill, right? Now you're gonna hear a bag making some noise because I am. What? Thing went to a 2-inch hail marker. Huh. Alright. Elevation, elevation, elevation. 600 ton. Okay, well, so there's some hail falling out of that thing. Metamorphosis. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So you're gonna hear a bag rattling because I tell you what, there's sometimes that one little snack of Lay's potato chips will do the trick. All right. Now, it won't be on tomorrow. There's no weather tomorrow. Not until Tuesday, probably. I won't be streaming again until Tuesday. If it looks legit and more than likely up towards the Dallas area is where I might end up. So we'll see about that. Just wanted to get out of the front of the store there for a minute. I might sit over here and watch this on radar for just a bit. It's a shame that things died down. There ain't no lightning around here. We just gotta have that to show, but we don't have that. Can't show what you don't have, right? Severe thunderstorm warning on that now. There you go. There you see the severe thunderstorm warning be issued. It's just, I was just talking about the 2-inch hail marker in that thing at a low elevation scan, so they have put a warning on that. See how it looks here. Let's get that. All right, let's put this in motion. All right. Probably won't see anything velocity-wise. You see, there's nothing there. Nothing there. Whoop. I don't like to run my stuff this way because too much is usually I'll have. If I'm looking at velocities, it's on a second screen. You'll see I can take it into that, and then I can take this one. Let's say I want to look at this way. Or I can go to this. I'm clicking here, and let's say I want to look at velocity here. Boom. Let's say over here I want to look at correlation coefficient. I can go here. Boom. I'm not going to see anything on CC over there, probably. Yeah, there we go. Just garbage, really. Then you reframe everything and get it in motion. Takes a minute to download to get that all going. Okay. bring up on the bottom right, storm total, rainfall. But for the most part, I like to leave it like that. Too severe. Extended a severe warning on one down south of San Antonio. Cell to the north of Seven Sisters blew up pretty quick. It's moving straight east. New cell developing south of that, southwest of that to the east of Encinal. All right, so there's that one. And we'll go down here and look at that one. That thing went to a 3-inch hail marker there for a minute, but that's a pretty high elevation there too. That's 11,000 feet. Trust me, I'm not going to sit out here and wait on this storm to get up here. It's over 2 hours away, easy. Even if it's sped up, I'm not going to sit here and wait on it. Oh, 2 alarms. I'm somewhat close to home, so I'm getting my local dispatch. See what we got going on.
Birch Creek Fire, Somerville Fire, Birch Creek Fire, Somerville Fire, setting a house at 335 Blueberry Hill Road, again 355, Blueberry Hill Road, can be reference to a possible structure fire. RP advised that she can see the front of her neighbor's house is on fire. Timeout 7:04.
That's not good. I don't exactly know where that is, but it's not actually far from where I live. So yeah, I'm not going to sit here and wait on this, as I said. But let's just travel a little bit. Just head down the road. Nice Saturday night drive down the highway, and let's see, how far am I from there? I don't know where that place is, but I'm not that far away, really. Go stream a structure fire. I need to repeat that address.
1758 in Ralph Station.
That would be the Birch Creek Fire Department right there.
1709, same traffic.
The other department has not responded that they are dispatching, so it could be that they're short of people. I don't know. Wish they'd repeat that that address. I can't place, is it like B something road or something? I don't know. Okay, there comes the other department.
Can you repeat the numerics, please?
Yeah, give me the numerics.
Thanks.
I did not even hear dispatch come back with that. Darn.
County, so did you get 1431 en route? 1422, southbound, 1431 times 2. If I can, you got any updated info? Negative, just that it was possibly on fire.
Yeah, that cell back down there around Seguin just has really gone. What's the term? Yeah, it's had it. I think that one severe down there. Let's just say northwest of Corpus Christi, west northwest or something. It's still right in warm sector down there, I guess. I'm not going to look at the details of that. That's way. It'd take me 2 hours to get down there. Do you think I'm gonna run down there this time of night for something like that? That probably will not last. I think again, not gonna happen. I'm 15 minutes from home.
95, 1701. Go ahead. Ward Street J. Clear, I'm on 60 coming up 67. I was in line about 5 minutes. 1495 County, show me 1060.
Resident Sacramento Fire, Resident Sacramento Fire, 692 and 1022. The second RP advised that it was just a small brush pile in their front yard.
Okay. Alright, so nobody's house is on fire. It's just somebody burning a brush pile in their front yard. Yes, it is slightly raining here, but still under a burn ban. So if they're burning some,
1422 County, that's clear. Show me around back station.
so if they're burning some brush or something, technically that should be a fine. You see.
County, go ahead and show me out with 1720.
I think it's about time to go ahead and start slowly but surely.
It's just gonna be a fire pause. It looks like they're putting out in the yard right now. Clear all 3rd Street, good. Slow your traffic down, slow your traffic down.
Alright, so what's going to happen futuristically here? Other than my phone falling down, I'll look into next week, probably glance at it tomorrow, and then particularly start really focusing on that on Monday. And
95 County for your 43 to call is going to be on Cherry Circle.
And potentially be out again on Tuesday or Wednesday. We'll see. But there's a lot of spring ahead, a lot of storm days ahead. So I did discover, though, that's it's a good thing. I did discover a couple of things that needed my attention. So it's just as well I got out here today to find these little, I'm going to call them minor glitches. Get the proper window up so I can shut this off. Just about there. Alright, it's about to shut down. Like stability's excellent, okay. we got a new. Oh, okay, we're canceling the severe thunderstorm watch. Yes. So yeah, I'm going to shut this down. Potentially be back on Tuesday. We'll see about that. If you're still here, hadn't subscribed, please hit the subscribe, like, and all that good stuff. You know how this works. That helps me get things built up the way I want. And thanks for hanging in here anyway. And though it's just somewhat of a, other than seeing a little bit of nice cloud structure there for a while, decent cloud structure, I guess I should say. That's about all it was. And I kept having to push this back because I had a schedule for. Initially, I scheduled it for noon because I just didn't know when I was going to go, or when anything was going to. I just had to wait. So I pushed it to 1 o'clock. Then I pushed it to 2:30, I think. Then I pushed it to 3 or 3:30 or something. And I think then I pushed it to 4. I think I started at about 10 minutes to 4 or something like that. Yeah. So. Yep, that'll pretty much do it. That'll do it. Thanks for riding along, and see you next trip. Have a good weekend.